Okay, our goal for the show, or our goal for the playthrough, which we're probably not going to get to this point because I'm just going to do at least one season for each, but our goal is to enter the Hall of Fame and prove that we are the best by being the first GM to earn 10 Hall of Fame trophies. This took me like 4 seasons to do. I believe I got mine either in season 4 or season 3 in Raw. 4 sounds about right, actually. Trophies can be earned through career achievements or seasonal challenges, and entering the Hall of Fame will allow you to continue playing or retire your save file. I don't know why you would ever want to retire your save file, because it's more fun to continue playing. Alright, we're starting in Montreal, Canada. Okay. DeVille, good to talk to you. Just checking in to make sure Smackdown is ready for the new season. Feeling confident. No, I think we were born for this. Expecting big things to SmackDown? We will. Alright, what does Mick have to say? How's it going? Just wanted to wish you the luck for the coming season. We're looking forward to it over on Raw. Likewise. Obviously, with the likes of Drew McIntyre on our books, we think we're going to give SmackDown more than a run for its money. I guess we're going to find out. And I'm just not even going to respond. I'm just going to leave him on red. Okay, so now we can select our world champions. So I'm thinking for men, like I was looking at, does it sort them by popularity? Yeah. So the biggest kind of difference is Elias Andre Chase. And the like if I were to pick Elias, it's a plus 10 popularity, so he gets elevated up to 66. I think I do want to start with Elias. Do Elias R-Truth as my initial feud. And then for the women, I was thinking Shayna and Mia, or Shayna and... No, yeah, it's going to be Shayna and Zaya as my initial feud. Or Shayna and Dana. But I could... Yeah, so I could make, like... Zaya or Dana the champion. No, let's try to just stick with the top, and let's do Shayna as our top champion. So Elias and Shayna are going to be my starting champions, and we'll go ahead and confirm that. All right. And we do have a commissioner goal right off the bat, which is Health Spa 3. Do not book your most popular giant this week. Who would that even be? Sort by gender. I need to move my camera here if I can without interrupting the recording too much. There we go. Okay. The most popular giant would be Charlotte. I could just do like a call out for Charlotte. That's fine. Because Health Spa 3 is good to have. All right. I'm going to pause for a second while I do my write down my roster. Okay. Wrote down my notes. And yeah, I only have 2 giants, which are Charlotte and Veer. And Charlotte is the more popular one, so okay. That's good to know. Power cards that are available. We've got our Birth of Legends. I could just use that like right away. And just have like a higher popular or a more popular show to kind of start here. And then in terms of like cards to buy, Coast to Coast is a good card to have. And then TLC, I'm not particularly interested in this one, especially because when you start the show logistics here, you can see that like we only have access to the high school gym. We can't even book the tier 2 concert hall. It's locked until next week, actually. And then the Capital Wrestling Center is locked until week 3. And then the tier 4 is locked until week 5. So we're stuck in a high school gym today. We can't do any logistics. I'm not worried about that. I mean, I don't see any reason not, like, or any reason to wait. Maybe we just check, like, the free agents real quick. Just who's available. If there's anybody. I don't think there's anybody we'll want to pick up right away. There are some interesting local talent available. Vicky McLeod, big fan. Ideally, you want to pick up a local talent who's not permanent, because then you have a little more you have more options you can do with them. There's a power card that you can use to train them and make them permanent and give them a potential boost to their promo skill. Sammy Vortex would be the one that I'm thinking of. Bobby Marquis, who are you? You're on a permanent contract, so I'm just kind of interested. Just a 1 out of 5 specialist, yeah. Okay. And then legends that are available. Alexa's there. But yeah, you can see the legends are all either on 5 or 10 week contracts. I also put like Brock up in here, but yeah. A little too early to really think about that. Let's just book some matches. These are probably not going to be highly rated. But we're just, at this point, we're just looking to start feuds. And even if I don't have like rivalries at level 4 by week 5, that's fine. I usually book at the beginning, I book towards week 10. So I want to start by getting some rivalries on the books. I want to do Shayna and Xia. They're probably actually going to start the show because Zaya's got lower popularity. The main event is probably going to be Elias and R-Truth. I can even start them off with a title match. Just to see, like, does Elias deserve the title right off the bat, sort of thing. And then we could also even put like the U.S. title on the line. We could start figuring out who could be a good U.S. title holder. So like I could do, I'm definitely gonna want to do Cruz and Veer. I know I said when in the Raw playthrough that like the class matchups like Bruiser Fighter and Cruiser Giant don't matter as much. At the beginning they do matter a little bit more until you can get popularities raised. So yeah, maybe I'll do I could do like Cruz, Veer, Miz for the world title. And then whoever comes out of that with a feud we run with, and then put together a tag team thing after. Triple threat. Cruz. Ideally, I want Cruz and Veer to start a feud, but we'll also put the Miz in there, and that'll be, yeah, for not the U.S. title. This will be the Intercontinental title. Yeah. And that might actually start the show. So we'll have them, and then Shayna Xia in just a regular match, and then let's do another women's match. Maybe we put together like a women's tag team. Just to have all the title. Let's do a bunch of title matches right off the bat. We have to manage stamina. So I'm not going to push the women's stamina too much, but let's do a tag team match though with all the remaining women except for Charlotte. Charlotte, we're gonna do Cora. We'll do a call out on Charlotte. So we'll do Asuka and Dana Brooke versus Michin and Gigi. Okay. Lots of different hair colors in this one. Is that going to be a better match than... It doesn't matter, the order of the mid-cards. It's not going to be a better match, I think, than Elias R-Truth. And then I think the U.S. title will just be a better... But I might do this just in case. Okay. This seems good. And then we'll just put some promos on the thing. We'll do just a self promo for Andre Chase, build him up. We'll do a call out for yeah, Cora Jade's only got a 2, but that's fine. Just be like, oh, Charlotte doesn't have to show up for the first show of the season. That's cool. And then Santos, let's do a self promo. And then we'll leave Braun off the card because Braun is at least happy, so he should be fine. So that's probably just all that's the show's going to be, is we're going to kind of inflate the excitement of it. We're not going to do too many. I feel like Mick is going to go kind of ham with specialty matches, but I would like to keep staminas raised for a little bit. So even if we start the season in second place for a little while, which we are in first place actually right now, and that's probably just because of our budget. We're not going to be able to see, but I think we have a higher budget. We spent less money than Mick Foley did. What are our trophies, or not trophies, but our challenges for the season? So in addition to like keeping up with what Triple H asks us to do, we need to book 8 Extreme Rules matches. That gets us a 2 Extreme. We need to book 8 shows with an interference. That gets us Health Spa. That's a good card. Book 5 shows with GM interference. That I'll have to think about that one, because Fixed Match is a great card. Book a show with one of each of the match rules. That's interesting, because I could do that now. Maybe I'll do that. That is easy enough to do. So that means 1 singles match, 1 tag team match, 1 triple threat, and 1 fatal 4-way. That's easy enough to do. So past 400,000 in the bank, we will get that next week. Book 8 shows with a charity promo for free arena booking. That's really good. Surpassed 600,000 in the bank for superstar training. We'll keep an eye on that one. Book 8 shows with a self promo. We're about to get 1, and then okay, so those aren't too bad. And then let's buy this. Considering that the game is asking us to do coast to coast or GM interferences, was I going to do this Birth of Legends? Why not? Let's just see it. No, I was going to wait until next week. I'm going to wait until next week because I might hire a like some local talent who wouldn't mind getting the +6. And then I might want to buy this one. And then I did. Okay, yeah, then I won't use anything. And I think I'll just do this. Just 4 normal matches. Just take it easy. I like to play a little conservative to start. But yeah, we'll start off with a triple threat. Yeah, triple threat to start for the men's title, and then figure out who starts a feud there. Hopefully this starts a tag team feud, so I can have something extra to work with these women on. Cora will call out Charlotte. Hopefully Shayna and Zaya will start a feud for the women's title. Santos to just build him up, and then hopefully Elias and R-Truth start something. So I'm just hoping Montreal loves. There's no like hints about this, but I believe that the different locations, the different cities that you compete in, all have like their preferences. So like you'll go to some cities and you'll have like a bunch of call outs and none of them will do anything. So that leads me to believe like, oh, that city doesn't like promos. Or there might be cities that really like titles matches or whatever. Cities that really like tag team matches. So I haven't been able to figure that out. There's no information on that. That's just a conspiracy thought, I suppose. I'm good with this. There's no logistics we can book at this point. So, yeah. Let's just book an $8,000 show, just some microphone time in a high school gym, and let's just see what happens. All right. Week 1. We are starting off with the Intercontinental title on the line. We've got Cruz del Toro Veer Mahan and The Miz. They've got some good class matchups, so let's just hope for a pretty decent start to the show. The Miz is our United States champion. It's okay, and there's no feuds. That blows. Okay. All right. The Miz defeats Del Toro and Mahan. That's a 2.5-star match. That's about as good as it's going to start with. That is for the IC title. Good job, The Miz. Andre Chase cuts a weak promo, but at least he doesn't lose popularity, so that's fine. Tag team match. Dana Brooke, Asuka versus Michin and Gigi Dolan.
1, 2, that's 3, bell.
Asuka and Dana Brooke win. And they do start a rivalry. It's a 2.5-star, so you want ideally your opener and main event should be your strongest matches, so you don't want to have your mid-cards be stronger than... You don't want to have your first mid-card be stronger than your opener. You don't want to have your second mid-card be stronger than your main event. If they're the same, then that's fine. So that is Asuka and Brooke defeat Michin and Dolan in a 2.5-star, and this did have a rivalry, so that's great. Cora Jade calls out Charlotte Flair. She's like, hey, Charlotte, where are you at? And then Charlotte didn't respond because she wasn't here. Jade calls Flair. Okay. All right, now we're getting into our world titles. We've got Shayna Baszler fighting Xia Li in a normal match that will start a feud, and Shayna shows her dominance in a 2.5-star. That's at least we got consistency. So Baszler defeats Lee in a 2.5-star and starts a feud. Santos probably cuts at least a good promo. It's an okay promo. Doesn't lose popularity. We're just doing what we can here. And then we've got our main event where the title is on the line, but it doesn't look like it doesn't have the title match graphic behind it. So that means this match ends in a disqualification. So even if R-Truth wins, Elias will still be my champion. Yeah. Yeah, because you can see it didn't give him the belt. So I believe, yeah, Elias cheated and got disqualified. But it did start a rivalry. R-Truth defeats Elias. And that was a 3-star match. That's the best match I had. That's how you draw a star. Okay, that for a week 1 show in a high school gym, that's fine. We're not losing fans. We're just building it up. Yeah, so Mick started with a backstage brawl right off the bat. This is probably going to be a higher popularity or a higher rated show than mine, but their staminas are going to start to go way down.
1, 2, it's over. Bring it.
Jimmy Uso defeats Tommaso Ciampa in a 3-star match. That's, I mean, backstage brawl does give them extra fans too, so it's, you know, risk and reward. Seth Rollins cuts an okay promo for a single popularity. Becky and Tiffany looks like the world title feud that they're going for, and 2 stars, no feud, unfortunate. All right. Johnny Gargano calls out Happy Corbin. I hope Corbin destroys him in that feud. Roxanne and Ronda.
That's it. It's over. Hit the bell.
Ronda wins. No feud. 3 stars, though. That's rough. Oh, good for Happy Corbin. 2 promo skill, but cuts an okay promo, gets some popularity out of it. That's pretty good. Then world title, or not world title on the line, but trying to figure out what the feud's going to be here. Shinsuke, Kevin Owens, and Drew McIntyre in a tables match. So we'll see. Whoever wins this probably gets, will get a title shot maybe? No feud. 3 stars. So his show was better than mine, but I don't believe he got feuds from any of those matches. Yeah, his show was just a 0.5 star better than mine. But I had more feuds. He only got the 1 feud. I got 4 of them. So that's, I think I came out on top, even if I'm no longer in first place. Smackdown, 89 rating score, nearly 40,000 fans, so not bad. $56,000 earned. That's for, again, operating out of a high school gym that can fit 2,000 people. That's a pretty big high school. And then $5 a pop. So a sold out crowd. You're always going to get at least $18,000. That's that network deal payout. And then, yeah, there's also ad revenue based on your total fans. So we're only going to, so we're at least going to have a base of about, yeah, our ticket sales only barely caught up with our show cost. Dana Brooke and Asuka work really well as a tag team. That's great. Awesome. Another match ruined by a DQ. Way to go, Elias. Thank you for watching the show, Royal Outsider 85. Charlotte does respond. Keep running your mouth while you can, Cora Jade. It's going to be wired shut for a while after next week. I'll book it. The Miz was proving himself the best. Respect where it's due. Good match, Shayna Baszler. Zaya's the best. Really varied show added to the quality. Keep it up. So so I had a varied show. I had a triple threat. I had 2 singles. He had all singles and then 1 triple threat. So I want to see if I can figure out where like the scores kind of shake out here. Because I had a 6 and a 73. His match card quality should be slightly better because of that half star. No, his show quality was less. So I actually won. And his budget is also getting real low. Interesting. He, I think, had higher star power. Because I only had 10 star power. And he had 12 star power. These numbers don't feel like they add up. I wonder if when it says 71 out of 120, that's actually like 70.5 and it rounds. It's doing like weird rounding. Interesting. Because by those numbers under the viewership column, his rating score is 88. My rating score was 89. But the numbers should actually be the same. Because we both have a D show quality of 6 out of 30. But I have 73 for my match card quality. He had 71. But he had 12 star power and I have 10. So it should be even. But I do just barely eke out a win. So that's fine. Drew McIntyre is sorry that he let everyone down. Here is the world champion. And we get a health spa. That's just good to have in the back pocket. We also completed a seasonal challenge, so we get To the Moon. This is a great power card where you can use it on any superstar with less than 60 popularity, which is most of your superstars, and get plus 15. So that's huge. Awesome. That's a very successful week 1. Let's keep it going. Okay. So we are in Birmingham, Alabama. No emails this week. Ensure that R-Truth cuts a promo this week for an injury rehab 3. That's probably going to be good to have because we're bound to get an injury because of Mick Foley's card. And R-Truth cutting a promo is not a problem because he can just say, like, hey, Elias, you cheated. What's up with that? I know that's the Hurricanes thing, but okay. Excellent. And then logistics. So the first time that a new logistic becomes available, you do have to purchase it. So in order to unlock the concert hall, we do have to spend $5,000, and then it still costs an amount to use each week. I am going to do that. We're not going to be using the concert hall for very long. But yeah, so we do have to book at least one rivalry in order to get a benefit for this. But yeah, gaining popularity. Okay. So let's see here. Oh, power cards. Let's take a look at those. We have Injury Rehab 2, Submissive, and Health Spa 1. Submissive is a good card. Health Spa 1 is a good card. And we're going to be making more money this week. So I'm going to do Health Spa. I'm going to buy these two, I think. Yeah. That's fine. Free agents. Let's take a look here. This is a different group than we had last week. I'm glad that it's giving me a little more variety. Nikita Lyons. Permanent face bruiser. I think I want to focus on building people up, though. And that's why I'm really looking at Queen Bee here. Queen Bee is interesting. Queen Bee, Asuka. That could be a feud. And then Then Dana could feud with either of Michin or Gigi. Because I could do, if only Sally Steamroller wasn't permanent, then that would be great. The Carolina Reaper or Andrea Cannons. Beth Spartan would also be another option. Beth Spartan, who I know is British. I kind of do want to hire Queen Bee. I think I want Queen Bee to be the one who I build up here. Yeah, sure, why not? Just we'll do some fun stuff here. Okay, and then I can't do any other logistics. I think now I am going to use the Birth of Legends and just see who gets some +6s. Why not? Alright, so Shayna, Cora, Cruz, Zaya, Dana Brooke, and Elias. Huge. Those are actually really good. Especially like Shayna and Zaya both getting a boost there. That's only going to make their matches even better. So let's see. I know mid-card match I am going to do Asuka versus Queen Bee. Just to kind of just see what happens. This match is going to stink, but it's also good to just have a stinker so you know that like a match is going to be one match is going to be better than another. We do need to have Elias on the mic, or not Elias, R-Truth on the mic. So, one thing to note also, I'm just kind of peppering information in here because this isn't a walkthrough, this is a playthrough. If a superstar is not booked, then they will recover 12 stamina by default. So like, we can go to our managed roster and see, because we didn't book Braun Breaker last week, so he's all the way up at 100. I think he was at like 80 something, 88 probably. So the +12, so he's at 100 stamina now, but he did lose a bunch of popularity from not being booked. If a superstar is cutting a promo, then they gain 6 stamina. So there's no risk of injury if you're cutting a promo, but yeah. That is just one thing to note. Okay. So that's cool. What will be the rivalry that will... Oh, we'll do Cora and Charlotte. That'll be the our rivalry match we'll book. Let's put them here. Charlotte and Cora, they've got a feud. Might even be able to like gimmick this, give it some. I do need to book a bunch of Extreme Rules matches, so I could, and then they could even start the show. Then we do Asuka, Queen Bee. Then we can do, maybe we start a men's tag feud. We do Cruz del Toro. Oh, I wish Braun was a face. Cruz del Toro. Veer is going to be on this side. I could do Cruz on Andre versus... Yeah, because the Miz defeated Cruz and Veer, so he doesn't really have... He shouldn't need to challenge any of them. Cruz and Andre versus Veer and Breaker. That should be a decent enough match. And then main event, we do maybe Miz and Santos. Specialist isn't like a exciting feud, but you know, we could even do just put the Intercontinental title, you know, fighting champion. Okay. And then for promos, we can do another call out. We can do maybe Zaya calls out. Their stamina is really high, so it would be great to get them on the card, but I can just save them. Maybe I do 3 callouts. I could do, yeah, continue to build up Shayna and Zaya. Zaya calls out Shayna, and then another call out to start a rivalry. And we do, like, it'll be Dana on one side of it, and then I just get to choose between Michin and Gigi. I might do Dana Michin, because then I could hire anybody to feud with Gigi. I could even do it, but oh no, if only. Because B is a heel. If Gigi was a face, that would be better. But or I could just do charity. No, let's do a call. We need to build feuds. Because who won the match? Asuka and Brooke won, so maybe Michin calls out. No, let's do Gigi. Gigi calls out Dana. Yeah, just a bunch of call-outs. That's fine. And we do have at least one rivalry booked, so we will get our benefit from the concert hall. So all booked superstars will get a +1 popularity. Who is not booked? Shayna and Elias are being called out, so I think the only one not being booked is Michin, but that's fine. Yeah, this seems good. Do I want to gimmick any of these, or because all their stamina are pretty high? Veer is lowest, but I don't think I need to gimmick it. And Miz, I'll rest next week. And we bought all our power cards that we need. We use the power cards. R-Truth will cut a promo. And I do have this To the Moon that I can use at some point as well, so I'll keep an eye on that. What was the one I needed to do? Surpass 600k in the bank. I would like to get this superstar training sometime soon here. So, yeah, this seems good. Do I want to change the order of the call-outs? I might want to start with this one. Yeah. Do I want to switch these matches? No, I think this is fine. Yeah, nothing more that we need to do. Show cost is $34K, so it's a little bit more expensive, but we are going to be making more money because the concert hall is bigger and we charge more for tickets. Yeah, let's do it. All right, week 2, starting us off. Bigger stage, so we can get a little rougher after the war of words last week. Cora Jade called out Charlotte for skipping, and Charlotte was like, "Well, I'm rested, so I'm gonna kick your butt." Let's see if that happens, or if Cora was right. She was not. It was good. No feud growth. That is not good. Flair defeats Jade in a 3-star match. It's, we're still building them up. R-Truth cuts a promo on Elias and gets no feud growth. That also kind of stinks. R-Truth calls Elias for nothing. Okay promo, despite promo skill 5, huh? All right, Asuka is going to face the debuting Queen Bee, local talent, but who's going to be joining us on the road. And so we'll see who is the maybe Queen Bee thinks that Asuka is some sort of flower. She's so colorful. That sounds goofy enough to be booked on my show. 1.5 match, no feud. What is going on? We're in Lafayette, I think is what it said. What a bummer of a town this is being. Asuka defeats B. Okay. Gigi Dolan calls out Dana Brooke and makes something work for once. So that was okay. So Dolan calls out Brooke. Okay. Tag team match. Andre Chase and Cruz del Toro. Cruz and Veer were fighting each other, which allowed Miz to get the win. Andre was like, I saw what you were doing, Cruz, and I think you're doing well, and I want to help you out. And Veer was like, I've got backup too. And Braun Breaker debuts for his first match. So let's see how this goes. Good clash of styles. And Cruz and... Oh, okay, well, it's 2 stars, but it is a level 2 feud. So it's my best thing I got going so far. So that is Chase and Del Toro defeat Breaker Mahan in a 2-star match. Xia Li calls out Shayna. It was just like, I'm not done with you yet. And that raises their feud to level 2, and that's really good. Lee calls Baszler. And then in our main event, fighting champion The Miz is going to fight somebody who cut an okay promo last week, Santos Escobar. Let's see. And Miz retains and starts a new feud and a 3-star match. That is acceptable to me. Level 1 feud. Miz defeats Escobar. This is not the last we'll see of these two. 3-star match. I forgot to write down how many stars Asuka got. That's fine. I will refer to it later. All right, their opener. Angel and Drew McIntyre. They didn't get any feuds last week other than, I think, the Ciampa thing. So let's see if he can make some stuff start. I did not have a whole lot of luck in the first half of my show. So we'll see if it's going to be much the same, it seems. Maybe Lafayette shows up late. Maybe that's their gimmick. Kevin Owens versus Shinsuke Nakamura would be a really cool match. 2.5-star rivalry for them. Jimmy Uso cuts a promo, and it's okay. Ronda Rousey and Roxanne Perez. I believe they're trying this one again.
1, 2, it's over.
Ronda wins again. Gets the rivalry. Becky calls out Tiffany Stratton. I mean, when you want to make it work, you make it work. Excellent. And then their tag team titles are on the line. Seth Rollins and Johnny Gargano with versus Robert Roode and Happy Corbin in a normal match.
1, 2,
And Gargano and Rollins win. No feud. Rough. This is rough for both of us. I believe they have a better show than we do. Yeah, by a full star, because I went with the Asuka Queen Bee, which I wish had started a feud. What can you do? We'll keep it up though. Oh, I didn't want to go forward yet. I wanted to see all the match reports. So yeah, Charlotte. I did get a little preview. It looks like Charlotte is good with Extreme Rules matches, so that's good to know. It also didn't cost too much stamina for either of them, so I'm kind of pleased with that. Cora Jade. Charlotte doing well. This one, yeah. This still takes some time. Cruz del Toro. So medium tag chemistry, just 2 stars. So maybe one of these teams is okay with each other. But we're building people up. Only cost Braun Breaker 1 stamina, so that's pretty good. And then the Miz is down to 50, so we'll give him some rest. But it did start a feud, so that's good. Interesting. Okay. Nothing for R-Truth and Elias, huh? Well, what can you do? Okay. Braun and Veer work really well as a tag team. Okay. Welcome SmackDown's newest punching bag, Quinn B. All right, well, 39,000 fans, 88 rating score. About the same. Well, it's a little bit weaker of a card. A bit more star power. $44,000 earned. I heard Asuka beg the GM to get out of a match. Asuka begged the GM to get out of a match with me, desperate for a win. Michin wants to fight Asuka. I'll keep that in mind. Charlotte said something here. I'm so sorry to the fans for such a one-side match against Cora Jade. I wish she was better too. Oh, keep talking. Okay. Seems good. All right. He's got a 90 rating score, 43,000 fans. So he did. I believe he'll be in first place now. I do get my injury rehab card. And yeah, I'm in second place. I think I was in second place before. I just didn't notice. Oh, whatever.